Okay, this is OneBeer20 and this is how to use my group availability checker. So essentially what this does is if every single player in their respective tabs at the bottom checks the same box, then in the first tab, the global one, it'll reflect that, so you know that every one of your players is available during that time frame. First of all, you're going to want to copy this document, this tool, into your own Google Drive, and to do that, do File, make a copy, and then name the copy whatever you want to, place it whichever folder you want to, and hit OK. And now you'll be in your own version that you can actually edit and mess around with. Now the way you use this, well, first of all, you probably want to change the names of the tabs. Here you can just double click it and name it whatever you want, and probably make it the same in the cell above. But I mean, that's optional. You don't have to do that. And if you do that, it'll automatically adjust like the code here. Something to note, pretty much all of those cells here, make sure you don't change the code that's here unless you're trying to add new columns or new rows, which I will show you in a moment. So another thing you're probably going to want to do is edit the times here on the left. Maybe instead of starting at noon, your options, you want to start them at, I don't know, 9 p.m. because you're insane and you start playing D&D at 9 in the morning. You can do that. You don't have to go by increments of 30 minutes either. You can do 9, 9:30, I don't know, 12:30, 13. Just make sure that you put actual time formats. So if you do that, it'll work fine and it'll update all the other columns automatically for your players. I mean, technically, you could also type anything that you want there and it'll work as well. But if you type just a bland number like this, making it think that it's a time, it might bug out like this. So make sure you either type a real time or some alphanumeric character. Okay, if you want to add more players because you have more than 5, if you have less than 5 players, I guess just, actually, if you have less than 5 players, what you're going to want to do is, well, first of all, you're going to want to right-click this and delete it, delete the amount of sheets that you don't need, and then you're going to get a bunch of errors here. That's totally normal. Click on the first cell for Monday or for the, your first day, and just remove the last one here in the code. See where it says like player 5? We don't have a player 5 anymore. So I'm going to remove that. Player 5 exclamation point B5. I will remove the last comma as well. And now it'll work. Now I just click on the cell that works. I click, there's a little blue square at the bottom right. Click and drag that all the way down. And now that all that first column is selected, click the small blue square at the bottom right again and drag it horizontally all the way to the right. Give it a second to compute. Oh, I didn't let go. Sorry, there we go. And yeah, now it works again. Hopefully, let me test it real quick. We're going to accept the first day. And now if you go here, yeah, there you go. It works again. So that's how you remove players. It's pretty easy. Now to add players, it's not too complicated either. So basically just right click the last tab, duplicate it, rename it to whatever you want. Make sure you don't have 2 tabs with the same name because that will not work. And once you have more players like this, you can go back to the global tab and select the first checkbox once again, and instead of removing the last one, you're going to do comma and add a new one. So player 6, this is the name of your tab here at the bottom, exclamation point B5, because that's what we're looking at. See, it's the same as all the others. Hit enter, and now once again, click that one, drag the little blue square down, and then drag it sideways, and now you're good to go. Now every cell is considering the 6th tab as well. You can keep doing that for as many players as you have. I'm actually going to keep this one, player 6, and you guys can decide whether you have 5 or 6 players. Now if for some reason you want another column, because maybe you're not going by Monday to Sunday, maybe you're going like specific dates or something, go into global, copy this pretty much one of the last column and paste it next to it. Leave the errors here for now, it doesn't matter. And then go into every single tab, do the same thing. Do that. Also remember, if you rename this, it should, if you copy it individually in the players, it should update here as well, yeah. There you go. So basically copy every single column like this. And then in the global tab, it'll work automatically. There you go. Now that the columns reflect each other, it'll work automatically. So now you have as many columns as you like. Let me remove those examples. Okay, now if you want to add another row, it's the exact same thing. Copy the last row, paste it, maybe name it something else, I don't know, 2330. Leave the errors here for now. They'll adjust themselves when you do the same thing for the players. So I'm going to copy the last row from one of the players. It doesn't really matter which. And then I'm going to go into all the other players and paste it. Same as the columns. And it will automatically, it should automatically, yeah, there you go, it works. Now you have an extra column. I'm actually going to leave that extra column here as well. If you want to share this document with your friends now, you have two options. The easiest one, which I advise, you click on the share button at the top right, and then you just change here, instead of restricted, change to anyone with a link. And now anyone with a link, here on the right side, you can do editor. And now you just send that link to your friends, and you know, trust your party members to be nice and tell them to only go to the tab that is for their schedule essentially, and to click on the checkboxes of the times that they're available on. And I mean, if you don't trust your players to not fuck around and touch other people's tabs, then I guess you can go to share and like set it to restricted. And then here at the top, when you click done, sorry, share again, here at the top you can, you know, invite your friends by typing their email, and only, I guess, trust your friends. I'm not sure. I'll let you figure out your own politics on how you want to share that. And yeah, if you have any questions at all, please join my Discord. There's a link right there now and in the description. I also made a little app called Interactive Mapper. And essentially what it does is it lets you import an image, and then you can place little tokens wherever you want to, and they'll be there, and you can move them and stuff, and it's completely free. I don't even want tips or anything, and yeah, you can get it on my Discord. Enjoy.